What's up, guys? It's me, Sakai King. I'm going to retell my first fight story using this AI voiceover. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. My first fight happened back in 6th grade, and it's something I'll never forget. I was the new kid at a tough school, just trying to stay under the radar. But sometimes, life doesn't let you stay in the background. It all started during lunch one day. I was sitting with my friend group trying to fit in. One of my friends, Brian, got up to grab something, and while he was gone, this kid named Trayvon and a group of his friends walked over. They were all dressed in black, trying to look like they were in some kind of gang. Trayvon grabbed Brian's lunch and walked off like it was nothing. The rest of us just sat there stunned. When Brian came back and saw his food was gone, we told him what happened. He was upset, but he didn't make a scene. I remember feeling shocked. I'd never seen something like that before, and I thought it was really messed up. But at the time, I wasn't the kind of person to confront anyone. I figured it was better to just let it go. Fast forward a few weeks to history class. I was sitting quietly listening to the teacher when Trayvon walked by my desk. He smoothly took my pencil right off my desk and kept walking like nothing happened. I turned around and saw him, but he didn't even look back. Before I could decide what to do, another new kid sitting nearby leaned over and said, "You just gonna let him take your pencil like that?" I tried to brush it off. "No big deal. I have another one," I said. But the other kid shook his head. "Nah, man, go get your pencil." I don't know why, but something about the way he said it got to me. Without really thinking about it, I got up, walked over to Trayvon, and said, "Hey, you got my pencil?" Trayvon looked at me like I was crazy. "What? Nah, bro. You drunk or something?" I laughed a little, trying to keep things light. "Nah, I'm not. Can I get it back?" Instead of handing it over, Trayvon stood up and got in my face. Then, out of nowhere, he reached up and took my glasses right off my face. The whole class saw it happen, and you could hear people gasping and making noises. Trayvon, trying to act cool, tossed my glasses to another kid who wasn't even supposed to be in the class. That kid, someone I'd never had any prior issues with, caught them and joined in on the act. They started tossing my glasses around like a game of catch while everyone watched. Seeing how quickly that kid switched up made me realize how messed up people can be in life. He wasn't someone I had a problem with before, but in that moment, he turned on me so easily. After the fight, he never bothered me or talked to me again. It was like it never happened for him. But for me, it was a lesson I wouldn't forget. I was furious. I'd always been the quiet kid, the one who stayed out of trouble. But this was too much. When Trayvon finally put my glasses on his own face, mocking me, I snapped. I walked up to him and snatched my glasses right off his face. The whole class went silent. Nobody expected me, the quiet new kid, to stand up to Trayvon like that. "Bro!" Trayvon yelled, looking shocked. He grabbed my shoulders and tried to shove me into the wall, but somehow, I moved out of the way. Before I even realized what I was doing, I swung and punched him straight in the face. The room erupted. Everyone was yelling, and the male teacher had to step in to break it up. He pulled us apart and made sure things didn't escalate further. What surprised me the most was what the teacher said afterward. He pulled me aside and told me, "Since I see you were defending yourself, I won't have you suspended." That stuck with me. Out of all the teachers at that school, he's the only one whose name I still remember to this day. After the fight, things changed. The other kids started looking at me differently. Some of them wanted to talk to me, but I didn't want the attention. I just wanted to stay under the radar like before. I kept my profile low, but I couldn't completely avoid the aftermath. Trayvon never bothered me again after that. He didn't mess with my friend group either. It was like he realized I wasn't someone he could push around anymore. The kid who had tossed my glasses acted like the whole thing never happened, which was fine by me. I stuck with my friend group and avoided unnecessary drama. One day, I was at the library with my mom. Trayvon's friends were there, sitting across the room. One of my other friends happened to overhear them talking about me. When I went back to school, he pulled me aside and told me they were planning to attack me. I wasn't scared, but I stayed aware. Nothing ended up happening, but it was a reminder that the fight wasn't just a one-time thing. It had ripple effects. When Trayvon came back from suspension, we ended up in the same English class. The teacher, Ms. Johnson, was known for overreacting and couldn't control her emotions. That day, she decided to change everyone's seats. For some reason, she had me and Trayvon switch seats. When I walked into the classroom, Trayvon was sitting in my new seat like he still owned it. I had to talk to him again. "That's my seat," I told him. He looked up at me slowly, then got up without saying a word. The whole thing felt deliberate, like the teacher was testing us. But after that, I didn't see much of Trayvon. By 7th grade, he was gone, and I never saw him again. Looking back, that fight was a turning point for me. It was the first time I stood up for myself, and it showed me that sometimes you have to push back, even when it's uncomfortable. I didn't really learn much about education at that school, but I did learn about life and how grimy people can be. It taught me to value the people I could trust, which was mostly just my friend group. I'll never forget that day or the lessons I learned from it. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. More to come. Peace.